This episode is brought to you by Navy Federal Credit Union. It's a special thing to be a member of Navy Federal because they are a member-owned, not-for-profit credit union that invests in its members with amazing rates and low fees. That's why members could earn and save more every year. Plus, they serve all branches of the armed forces, veterans, and their families. So if you're interested in becoming a member, learn more at NavyFederal.org. At Navy Federal Credit Union, our members are the mission. Insured by NCUA.
Bring home Napoleon.
Destiny has brought me here.
The action epic from acclaimed director Ridley Scott.
What is your name?
Napoleon.
You are the greatest leader in the history of the world.
Witness the rise.
You are nothing without me.
Of the legend. Starring Academy Award winner Joaquin Phoenix and Vanessa Kirby.
I'm the first to admit when I make a mistake. I simply never do.
Napoleon. Buy or rent on digital now. Rated R.
Episode 166, How to Add Luxury to a Frugal Lifestyle.
Welcome to the Frugal Friends Podcast, where you'll learn to save money, embrace simplicity, and live a richer life. Here are your hosts, Jen and Jill.
Welcome to this episode of the Frugal Friends Podcast. My name is Jen.
My name is Jill.
And today we are doing another listener request about adding luxury, because luxury and frugal typically are two words you do not put next to each other.
But I like it because I like luxury. I like the sound of it. I just don't want to pay for it.
I love luxury. Yeah, same. So there are ways to incorporate luxury into a frugal lifestyle, and we are going to talk about some of those ways, and they're pretty creative. I like this list that we found.
I'm excited.
But first, our sponsors. And this is probably the best sponsor we've ever had.
Get ready for it.
I've never been more excited for a sponsor in my entire life. Literally stop what you're doing. Today's episode is brought to you by the Future of Frugal Summit.
Pew, 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 pew.
Woo! We are insanely excited to announce that registration is now open for our first ever Frugal Living Summit. We believe it's the first of its kind, and the theme of this year is the future of frugal. So we believe a frugal lifestyle is a solution to so many of the problems we face today and will face in the future, from overspending and overwhelm all the way up to climate change. And so we are bringing together 20 expert speakers. We announced them last week over 4 days for this absolutely free virtual summit to help us and help our community make changes in our lives that promote choosing frugality enthusiastically and not just as a means to an end. So what I need you to do is I need you to pause this episode and go to frugallivingsummit.com to grab your spot. You're going to get a free goodie bag. You can join the pop-up Facebook group where we will be giving over $1,000 in prizes.
You heard that right. Ka-ching, ka-ching.
And you'll also get an exclusive Frugal Friends listener discount on the All Access Pass, because our speakers don't start promoting until the 28th. And so that discount will pop up once you register and ends June 27th at 11:59 p.m., probably Pacific Standard Time. But this All Access Pass is not just all 20 interviews, but we've also collected 13 products. Over half of our speakers gave products for this All Access Pass, from budgeting templates, debt snowball calculators, net worth trackers, budgeting and money management courses, like all kinds of things.
So that's the goodie bag. That's the digital goodie bag, right?
No, that is the All Access Pass.
Oh, nice.
But all of our speakers also donated freebies that will be in the goodie bag. So you'll get free trials of things, welcome bonuses for apps and stuff, and then also guides and checklists and all kinds of things from our speakers. That is in the goodie bag. But they've also given like courses and stuff that are available for purchase in one bundle. And so that discount is only available this weekend for Frugal Friends listeners. So again, that's frugallivingsummit.com. Pause the episode. We will wait.
No. Also brought to you by Fancy. It's a mindset, not a collection.
That was it.
That's it.
And that was all you had written down. That's all you're going to say.
I'm so fancy. There's only, I can't keep singing.
You can't
otherwise
keep singing it. Yeah.
I'll get sued.
Yeah.
Because I'm so pitch perfect.
Yeah. All right. So I assume that you have signed up for the Frugal Living Summit already. So today we are going to talk about luxury and the frugal lifestyle. There is one episode I recommend queuing up to listen to after this, and that's episode 154, Identifying and Reversing Lifestyle Creep, because there is a difference between natural lifestyle creep and living an intentional frugal lifestyle while intentionally adding luxury. So those are two different things. So we want to identify them and make sure that our intentional pursuit of luxury isn't just lifestyle creep or lifestyle inflation.
Yes, thanks for balancing that, Jen.
Absolutely.
Hold that tension.
Yes. So let's get into our headlines. And this first one is a really, really good one. It's from StephanieO'Connell.com. And she has got a really comprehensive list of 55 ways to upgrade your lifestyle on a budget. And Stephanie is actually someone I know. She knows luxury. She lives in New York City. She chooses to live in New York City because she loves it. And it's one of her intentional spending decisions. And so she has a lot of good ideas for how to be luxurious on a quote-unquote budget.
Yes.
So what do you think of this article, Jill?
I mean, it's so lengthy, and I love pretty much all of the tips on here. So it's definitely worth checking out because we don't have time to go through like all 55 of these tips. But I like how she breaks it down into categories. So we will touch on all the different categories, and then you can dig deeper if you're curious. So the first category of how to get at luxury experience without maybe the luxury price tag that we would typically associate to it is within travel.
Yes.
What was your favorite within this section, Jen?
I loved the first one, and we have specifically done this. It's live large in cheap places. So you want a luxury vacation, but find a country where your dollar can stretch. And so we did that when we went to Bali. It cost us money to get over there, and now we would use credit card rewards. We didn't then, but that was our biggest expense when we got over there. Everything was super affordable. It was great. And so, yeah, that was something we live large in a cheap place.
Yeah, I love all the tips on here, so I will direct you here, but I really like the suggestion of going off season. If you have a place that you really want to go, but it is typically super expensive to get there, consider going maybe in the colder months, especially because if it's a country that's accustomed to cold, there's usually really great activities. My husband's cousin actually lives in Alaska, and I know a peak travel time is July, but she actually says, come in the winter. Like, we are built for cold here, and you're going to be able to see the northern lights and explore glaciers and do all of these things. And so that's on our radar. And it's much more affordable to go at a different time, whether it's Alaska or another place. Even off season doesn't even necessarily mean that you're skimping on good weather. Sometimes it just means it's not summertime anymore. So kids are back in school and it's not peak travel season for everybody. So consider going outside of your holiday weekends and summers if possible.
Yeah.
You can save potentially up to 50% on travel costs when you're going to the destination in their quote unquote off season.
And this can be true for travel rewards cards, like using points too. So we're going to try and go back to Mexico in December. But if we tried to go this summer, it'd be like 10,000 more points per night. And so just by waiting to go to December, the weather is actually better because hurricane season is June through November. So we're, almost guaranteed, knock on wood, fingers crossed, there won't be any hurricanes, versus you can't guarantee that late summer and fall.
Yeah.
So
it's still beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah. And we are actually saving points. And so that's another, credit card perks are another thing on this list. And honestly, that allows us to travel we fly coach, but we travel to nice hotels and nice cities because of our credit card perks.
Yeah. The next section is beauty. So we're just taking a hard left turn here from travel and getting some luxurious experiences inexpensively for travel. But now we're going to talk about beauty because that's the next category on here. One of the ones that I liked on here, so simple, but buy top shelf nail polish. So getting nails done is so expensive. It's not really something that I do hardly ever. I'll do it myself, and that does give me a luxury experience and look for not the price. But I will second this. Having the nicer polishes do last longer. And I recently just got a really great base coat. I Googled how to make your manicure last longer, and I got the base coat that they recommended. So I don't know, it was maybe like $8. So definitely not the cheapest thing on the planet, but my at-home manicure lasts like a week now. So
yeah, nice.
That's luxury.
Yeah. I've been really wanting to try like an at-home dip manicure. I know Mary Lee from Easy Budget, she posts on Instagram about it, and I'm like, oh, I want to try that. She's also one of our speakers at the summit. So just shameless plug. But I really would spend more there to have something that lasted, but most of the times I just go naked nails. My favorite one in this section, because I'm not like a big beauty person.
Because you just woke up like this.
Yeah, I guess. Maybe I'm not a big beauty person because it takes me so much time and effort that I just can't be passionate about it. But get student massages. So I've actually done this before. We have a massage school right by our house, and they consistently need people for their students to practice on. So look up massage schools in your area and find online when they have their student clinic sessions, I guess.
I love this one. I just sent Eric to do this like last month because he kept complaining about how bad his shoulders hurt. And I'm like, well, I'm not rubbing them. No, sometimes I will. He's nice to me. I'll be nice to him. But I did this, and it was like $30 for 80 minutes, and you're not allowed to tip because they're students practicing. So you pay just a fraction of the cost for the experience of getting a massage.
Yeah, absolutely. So then we go down to fashion, and I really like become an expert thrifter, but instead of maybe like not just sticking to thrift stores, but also checking your ThredUp and your Poshmark and your eBay. Like nobody thinks about eBay for fashion, but it's there. And like all of those. So knowing what you want, like the really nice quality stuff, and looking for it at cheaper places. Like if the stuff is made to last, then it shouldn't have this notion where some people have like, I don't buy secondhand because I want the clothes to last longer, which is accurate if you are used to buying Old Navy. But if you are buying really good quality stuff, it's made to last, and you can afford to buy it secondhand.
And then that paired with the other tip that I love on this one is try a capsule wardrobe, or just have a capsule wardrobe. You don't just need to try it out, just do it. It's that concept of those pieces of clothing that you wear that make you feel so amazing. You just love that dress, that cardigan, that pair of jeans. what if that was just your wardrobe? What if your favorite pieces that you felt great in, that felt luxurious, was your wardrobe? I get this all. So I would consider myself to have a capsule wardrobe. I know the definition is different for everybody. So it's not like, oh, I've counted it all out. It's like 5 things. That's not entirely true, but it's very minimal. And people always think that I'm dressed up all the time. Like, you're always so dressed up. And I'm like, this is just my clothes. It's all that I have. I mean, I have clothes I can work in because, mind you, I'm also doing renovations on the weekend. But it does. It makes me feel like luxurious and fancy and just put together on the regular, even though I work remotely. So I am all about this capsule wardrobe thing, which is also all about quality over quantity. So finding the really great pieces, maybe spending a little bit more, but they're going to last longer. You love them. It's all you wear. And even better if you can thrift those awesome pieces and they last long.
Yes. My other favorite on this one is to buy fake diamonds. So specifically moissanite, she mentions. I didn't think I was a diamond girl. Like I love my engagement ring, but it's always super dirty, so it doesn't like look like a diamond anymore. But I got a pair of moissanite earrings from my mom for Christmas, and I am obsessed with them. They are so shiny and pretty, and I'm so into it. I'm like, I would like more shiny jewelry.
I want more of this.
Yeah.
More, please.
Yes. So I have really been eyeing, like, I don't know when I would ever wear this, but like a, fake diamond tennis bracelet seems so classy. I have no reason or I ever go anywhere to like wear something like that. But yeah, so fancy, but so fake, but still so pretty.
Yes. And who cares? Because also diamonds aren't actually a rare thing. We've just made it rare. So we can be the ones who shift the tide in like whether it's fake or not, quote unquote fake. Is it pretty? Great. Will it last long? Awesome.
Let's do it. Yeah. Diamonds are not a girl's best friend. Friends are a girl's best friend.
Yes. Frugal friends are even better. The next category, we're just bebopping all over the place with this luxury conversation. But home, how to make home feel luxurious. Oh, there's so many things that I love on this list. It is going to be kind of hard for me to pick one, but I'm gonna do the one that sticks out to me at the start, which is take amazing showers, which I will add to this. Don't waste water, so you can still enjoy your shower and not be in the shower for hours. But I like their recommendation for upgrading your shower head. Eric and I have done this at like every single place we've stayed. So we've got the shower head that's like both. I mean, we already have amazing water pressure, so it just makes it so nice. We got the handheld and then like the rain shower above you. And yes, it feels like luxury every single morning at home.
Yeah.
Or like every 3 days, let's be real.
But you upgrade small things to be high quality. Like even your doorknobs, you switch them out. And it's such a small thing, and it makes a big difference.
Yeah.
It makes the home feel very put together.
Oh, the shower head thing. I cannot, even just replacing your shower head with one that you can pull off, right? Not just the nozzle thing, but the kind that can become handheld, even if you don't have double shower head. Making it the handheld one, and that's as easy as unscrewing your old thing and screwing in a new thing, and it gives you luxury.
Absolutely. I like this one because I've always wanted to do it, but I never have, and it's buy original art. So not getting a picture of Amsterdam from IKEA, but like an original piece of art from a newly established or emerging artist. So not only will you have something unique, but it might be worth a lot one day. And I'm quoting her on that. But honestly, I just think like supporting local artists is really fun, especially up and coming ones. Or you can make your own like abstract art. I've been seeing that a lot online. That seems really cool.
Yeah. Or getting really neat art at thrift stores or yard sales. I have found some really great stuff. Actually, the picture that's behind me in like every single summit video, you'll see when you sign up for the summit, the lioness and her cub, that little drawing is from a thrift store, and I love it.
I love it too. I have been watching it in every single recording. I mean, ever, because we see each other when we're recording these episodes. And I like specifically look for it. Like the other day we recorded and you did not have it behind you. And I felt like our episode was missing that lioness energy.
It defines this room. Actually, that same artist I was able to get, there's a koala and a little koala bear and a duck and a duckling. So it's like this collection of mother animals and their little babies. And it's all the same style. I really love it. So it's like this room has that theme in it.
Yeah. I have 2 canvases with plants on them. Or like leaves, really, in my living room. And I
love those.
Yeah, they're great. They're from Goodwill. They're the only plants I can really keep alive. And because they are pictures of plants.
Yes.
So good. So trendy. So I also liked create a home bar on this. I love home bars.
Of course you do. I know. I know.
Wow. Thanks. Glass decanters.
No, I'm with you.
Yeah, you actually do have a home bar. I don't, but I would love one. I just, with a toddler, they're not the best. But yeah.
You got to keep it high up, out of reach.
Yeah.
Or behind a locked cabinet. Okay, the next one is groceries. Oh man, we've got so many episodes on this, so we won't spend long here, but man, they've got some great ideas for, again, specifically luxury. So we're not just talking about saving on things, but when you want a luxury experience, and there's so many good things here, how to pick, grow your own fresh herbs. Talk about luxury experience when it comes to home cooked meals. If you are able, certainly dried herbs are a great replacement. It helps us get by when we're just being frugal. But if you can actually use the fresh thyme, the fresh rosemary, the fresh basil, that is luxury in your mouth. So grow your own, put it in your food. Thank me later.
Yes. I only drink the best cheap wine. So looking up what's the best wine under 10. Today I actually ordered a $10 bottle of rosé from Walmart.
You ordered it?
Well, in my grocery pickup.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm typically only doing the $3 winking owl. So $10 was it felt very fancy for me, and I'm excited to try it.
Something I've learned with bottles of wine, and I can't do it every time, but looking at the points, if there is a point rating, usually anything above 90 points, I've not been disappointed. A lot of times if they do have a rating, they'll advertise it on their own label, 93 points. I don't know. It's some, you can correct me in our Frugal Friends community group on Facebook, but it's basically wine connoisseurs give ratings to wine, and anything above 90 points has not been disappointing. And you can find those bottles for, maybe around $10.
Absolutely.
Next category.
Entertainment and dating. So we are not familiar with dating. I wasn't familiar with dating while I was dating, let's be honest.
I was familiar with frozen pizza while watching a movie in someone's basement.
Yeah. Take away the basement for me and just add somebody else's living room.
Yeah, that's right. There's no basements here.
So
that's smart.
We'll just think entertainment and friends, because we do have friends. So I like the first one, indulge in free luxury experiences. So you can look for free and discounted nights, at events in your city. So in this case, it makes sense to get on mailing lists. So if there's a museum or an opera or a theater or something luxurious in your city, be on their mailing list, because then you're first to know if they have any free events or discounted events or even giveaways of tickets and stuff. So definitely join those mailing lists if you're interested in anything.
Yes. Love those free events. So many really great ideas on here too, like the fanciest happy hours. That's one of our favorites. It allows us to go to really nice restaurants for a fraction of the cost if you can get there between like 4 and 7, where you can kind of try out some of a really great restaurant's menu for not at all what they would typically charge. We've got one of our favorites in this area, and we still can't go there on the reg, but it is that luxury experience every now and again. Yeah, for far less expensive.
Yeah. Another one on this one, I'm going to have quite a few on this category. Visit open houses. In nice parts of town, the nice houses, you have to dress a little nice so they know that you're not joking around.
Wear all of your diamond rings. They won't know they're not real.
All your moissanite tennis bracelets. But yeah, and they will usually have a snack.
Yes.
And it's just so cool to like look at the views and look at the fixtures and like knowing it's totally out of your price range. I say knowing it's totally out of my price range. I will never, put in an offer, but like it's cool to like pretend I'm living in the lap of luxury.
Yes, exactly.
Just like the next one, hang out in hotel lobbies.
I know. I'm like imagining myself doing this. Like, do I like hotel lobbies enough?
I have. Sometimes their bars are really good.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. That's true. And they might think you're checking in and offer you like a free glass of champagne. Maybe. I don't know. Probably not.
Do you have anything else on this list?
I like the picnic. I'm always like I don't go on many, but I like the idea of them. Like pack brie and some baguettes and put it in a basket and just go to the park.
Yeah. Go to Aldi and get the fanciest charcuterie because you can afford it there. And go to the park. Or this last one, and I'm just offended that it wasn't your favorite, Jill. Watch a sunset at the beach.
Oh, you're right.
Because that's
I didn't want to put it in there because I didn't want to make people feel excluded who don't live near the beach. It's kind of unfair that you and I live 6 minutes from the beach. But yes, that is the date that Jen and I met on was beach at sunset. Oh, gosh, so beautiful.
It's a great, luxurious thing to do.
Better than frozen pizza in the basement with Eric, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Neither of us we weren't on dates, though. We were, again, just hanging out with friends. So that's, I don't know what dating is anymore.
AI might be the most important new computer technology ever. It's storming every industry, and literally billions of dollars are being invested. So, buckle up. The problem is that AI needs a lot of speed and processing power. So, how do you compete without costs spiraling out of control? It's time to upgrade to the next generation of the cloud, Oracle Cloud Infrastructure, or OCI. OCI is a single platform for your infrastructure, database, application development, and AI needs. OCI has 4 to 8 times the bandwidth of other clouds, offers one consistent price instead of variable regional pricing. And of course, nobody does data better than Oracle. So now you can train your AI models at twice the speed and less than half the cost of other clouds. If you want to do more and spend less, like Uber, 8x8, and Databricks Mosaic, take a free test drive of OCI at oracle.com/strategic. That's oracle.com/strategic. oracle.com/strategic.
Hi, I'm Martine Hackett, and I'm hosting the second season of Untold Stories, Life with a Severe Autoimmune Condition, a production from Ruby Studio in partnership with Argenix, sharing real stories of MG, CIDP, and other autoimmune conditions. We hope to share inspiration and educate the larger community about these severe and often overlooked conditions.
I can't fix this, I can't cure this. And, I'll take my treatment day by day, but I want to try to be engaged, be involved, or be as helpful as I feel I can with the limitations I have of working full time to children. So I participate in market research to provide information to hopefully benefit others, because it's a small margin of people that have the myasthenia, but then to get pregnant, it's an even more narrow margin. And you can't ever have too much information as an epidemiologist.
Yeah, exactly right. Listen to Untold Stories, Life with a Severe Autoimmune Condition on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Anyways, let's move on to our next one. Highly recommend this article. I don't always fully recommend checking out articles after we've, debriefed them, but this one does have a lot more good ones we didn't get to. Mm-hmm. So this next one is from Financial Samurai. And I don't always agree with everything he says. I feel he's a little out of touch. Mm-hmm. But this is one of those articles. It's things that are worth spending more money on for a better lifestyle. And I did agree with some of these. The things, when I was doing research for these articles, I found a lot of lists that were very subjective. It was what are the things that you should spend money on, for quality? What are the things that pay for themselves and stuff? And it was all things that were very subjective to the writer. Mm-hmm. So this was kind of the most neutral article I can find. What did you think about it, Jill?
Yeah, I can't say that I agree with everything on it, but I think it's worth looking through and deciding for you as an individual, for me as an individual, what resonates with me, and really helping to find that permission of, yes, this is valuable. It's okay to spend more for something that's going to have long-term benefit, return on investment, will potentially save money in the long run, because a lot of times we think just get the least expensive thing, but in the long run it ends up costing a lot of money because we've had to buy multiple of them, or they've broken regularly and we've had to fix them, you name it. So yeah, overall, I like it, but I think that ultimately the goal of this is just to help us to think through where, for me personally, can I spend more? Where do I feel the permission for myself because of the reasons that I mentioned?
Absolutely. And that's where we come back into this values-based spending. You have to determine what your core values are so that you know what you can feel confident about spending more money on, versus what are the things that you can totally eliminate.
Some of the things that stood out to me on here, which is penetrating for me personally, is medical related. It is worth taking care of ourselves. That is something that goes to the wayside. I don't know why I have this mental block for medical things not being valuable to me, but I do want to care for myself. I don't want to end up with massive medical bills because I wasn't doing routine maintenance on myself. They list out vision and dental care being common ones for people, which of course that's the case because they're commonly not in medical insurance plans. Go figure. That's a whole other topic. But it's important to get contacts, glasses, you name it, whatever it is that you need to care for your eyes, because seeing is really important. It's important to, I like how they even mention with the dental care, it's not even just about going to your routine cleanings, but making sure your home maintenance, your regular daily maintenance of yourself is top notch. So not just the manual toothbrush, but considering that electric toothbrush that actually helps to clean your teeth better in between each session at the dentist.
I will give 2 tips for dental and vision. I have been able to get my vision and my teeth checked through mystery shopping. So you can go to Presto Map, just Google it, Presto Map mystery shop, and you can look in your area to see if there are any vision or dental mystery shops. And you can get some free checkups. So.
That's awesome. Thanks for that tip.
So my favorite, and what probably sold me on the article, was the first one on here is mattress. And you spend so much of your time sleeping, or at least you should, that it is very important to get a good mattress. And that doesn't mean you have to spend a lot. There are so many companies now that are online and they're selling really affordable mattresses. It's a great time to be alive and be sleeping. So yeah, we got ours actually from somebody who buys those mattresses from the companies after somebody returns them from within their 100-day trial. So we bought one of those.
That's great.
From a guy in a warehouse.
Yeah.
So you don't have to be like us, but you can get a cheaper mattress, but make sure it's good.
I will affirm this. Eric and I have been on a mattress saga. I think it finally ended when we moved here to Florida and bought ourselves a mattress. But I will say we solved our mattress problem for a time when we got a really good mattress topper. So this could be an alternative for somebody who is not in the market to splurge on a mattress, but you know the mattress you have isn't great. Consider invest. So I'm not just talking about like a mattress pad, but an actual mattress topper can add some of the support and comfort that you might be looking for at a fraction of the cost.
Absolutely.
That's my tip. We all have our little additions to these articles.
Yes. So another one on here is prime property. So going back to our episode with Mindy and Scott with tips for home buyers, like location is important when you are buying a property. And so it may cost you a little extra to get, if your intention is to buy a home that you will eventually sell and you have the opportunity to get something in a little bit more prime location that might appreciate faster, then that could be definitely worth the money, because location is for sure the most important part of a buying equation.
Mm-hmm. It is worth splurging on. Like if you're on a main road, if you got a really good deal, that also means you're probably going to have to sell it for a really good deal. So maybe you're fine with that, but also keep that in mind.
Yeah, I think it's important to look at the appreciation rates for different areas. And so if you're looking between a place that has 8% appreciation rate versus 10 or 12, but the 10, 12 obviously is a little more expensive, then like you may still make out on top if you go with that more expensive location if you are planning to sell.
Mm-hmm. Another thing that can be worth splurging on, you know me, home appliances. I'm such a spokesperson for this because home appliances, you use them all of the time. So yes, I am talking about practically anything when it comes to home appliances, whether it's like fridges or washer, dryers, dishwashers, ovens, even your smaller things, blenders. You know I love my blender.
Oh, you have a blender?
Cuts down on food waste. Love making my smoothies. Everyone's so tired of hearing about this. But you will save more in the long run on these things that you're using constantly. If you do your research, you might spend a little bit extra, but in the long run you save because you're not constantly replacing your smaller home appliances or constantly fixing your larger home appliances. Now, this is a general rule. I know there's lemons out there, but this is definitely something to keep in mind with your things with motors, your things you have to plug into an outlet. Just do your due diligence and keep in mind that it also costs money to keep replacing things.
But you got a great deal on your refrigerator, and that's an awesome fridge.
Oh, yes. So that's another tip, is to look into your like scratch and dent appliances. So if you've got like a Sears hardware scratch and dent, it's all cosmetic. All of these appliances still work, but they're very high end. So we got like a $5,000 fridge like for 70 to 80% off just because it had some dings on it. So we're stoked about that.
Yeah, absolutely. So there definitely is a way. Like you can get the best of the best with like a little scratched or dent, and then just put your meal plan over the dent.
Over it. Yes.
Which
has then helped me to meal plan. It's just this whole frugal cycle.
My last one on this list and I think you will appreciate this, Jill, is wellness, but specifically I would say therapy and counseling.
I do appreciate that.
We put that on the back burner, like first thing we put on the back burner when we're trying to save money. But it can change your entire life. It can change how you feel about your life. Like you could be in the same position and by talking out something with a counselor or a therapist, feel completely different about your situation. And the only thing you've changed is your perspective because they gave you some tools for reframing. Like, and that, I'm not saying that will happen with everyone, but like that's something that can do. So if you feel like you may benefit from it, then I believe it's something that's priceless.
Yeah. Oh, goodness, because that affects, we're whole people, so every area of our life affects every other area, but particularly when we're dealing with mental health concerns, emotional health concerns, that really can have quite a weighty impact on all the rest of the way that we journey through life and how we feel about things, how we approach things, how we're interacting with people. So yeah, you really can't put a price tag on that if you're not feeling well mentally or emotionally. That is worth paying for help and support and encouragement. And yeah, let's end on that one. I mean, these other ones are decent, but
yeah,
agreed.
I think we highlighted the best for sure.
And you know what else is the best?
That we always highlight.
The Bill of the Week.
That's right. It's time for the best minute of your entire week. Maybe a baby was born and his name is William. Maybe you paid off your mortgage. Maybe your car died and you're happy to not have to pay that bill anymore. Duck bills, Buffalo Bills, Bill Clinton. This is the Bill of the Week.
Hey, Jen and Jill. This is Megan calling from South Florida, and my Bill of the Week is none other than Bill Murray. Thanks to your advice for joining local Facebook groups, I found out that Bill Murray was doing a special presentation of his America's program for teachers in my county for free. So I was able to go, and as a child of the 80s, that was fantastic to see Bill Murray live singing and telling stories and reading poetry for free, a frugal, COVID-safe evening out. Thanks to your advice. Love the podcast. Keep it up. I share it with everyone I can. Love you guys. Have a great day. Bye.
Bill Murray. A person named Bill.
Oh my gosh, that makes my heart so happy. First is that you chose Bill Murray, and like, I don't know why Bill Murray's never been like a Bill of the Week before, but like, it's a long time coming.
I think there was a time when we had hoped that maybe Bill Murray himself would be our Bill of the Week.
Yeah, but this is
that hasn't
second
happened
best.
Yet, so
this is for sure second best. And the fact that like we changed your life, like by giving you that experience.
Oh, it's so good. Thanks for calling in and sharing your Bill of the Week, who is a person. We love the creative ones.
Yes.
And for the frugal activity you got to engage in and how much you loved it.
All right, our second one.
Hi, Jen and Jill. This is Olivia from Denver, Colorado, and just wanted to say I love your show. And my Bill of the Week is actually twofold. So the first Bill of the Week is that I was able, in August 2020, to buy my first townhouse by myself here in Denver as a single woman, which I was very proud about. And so the first bill would be that I get to pay my mortgage every single month, and that feels like such a blessing, like an opportunity to build wealth. So I'm very excited about that. And then the second bill is that with this house, comes a lot of home improvement projects, as you both well know, and was thinking about decorating my bathroom, or renovating my bathroom, I should say, and was wondering how I could do that in the most frugal way possible. So, of course, I have a tub and tile surround that's from the 1970s when this house was built. It is olive green. And I was thinking to myself, how do I get this to not be olive green? Well, started Googling and found the option of tub reglazing. So, ended up deciding to go with a tub reglazing service. It was going to be $1,100, and I was able to negotiate them down to $900. So that is my second bill of the week.
That's awesome. Oh my gosh. I was really scared that you were going to say like you painted it, because we got painted tubs and they did not last. But a reglazing, yes, that's awesome.
And negotiating a reglazing price is amazing. And owning a townhome by yourself, building that wealth and equity. Love it. Well done. Great bill.
These were definitely some great bills.
Yes. So many good bills all in one place. If you've got a good bill and you want to share it with us, visit frugalfriendspodcast.com/bill. Tell us about your bill. We're so looking forward to hearing it.
Hi, I'm Martine Hackett, and I'm hosting the second season of Untold Stories, Life with a Severe Autoimmune Condition, a production from Ruby Studio in partnership with argenx, sharing real stories of MG, CIDP, and other autoimmune conditions. We hope to share inspiration and educate the larger community about these severe and often overlooked conditions.
I can't fix this. I can't cure this. And, I'll take my treatment day by day, but I want to try to be engaged, be involved, or be as helpful as I feel I can with the limitations I have of working full time to children. So I participate in market research to provide information to hopefully benefit others, because it's a small margin of people that have the myasthenia, but then to get pregnant, it's an even more narrow margin. And you can't ever have too much information as an epidemiologist.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Listen to Untold Stories, Life with a Severe Autoimmune Condition on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
We all agree that reducing carbon emissions is a good thing. And once again, Toyota is leading the way. We hear a lot about fully electric vehicles, and Toyota has them, with more on the way. But we also know a BEV is not for everyone, whether it's because of cost, range, or concerns about finding a charging station when you need it. Plus, the raw materials used to manufacture batteries are limited. Enter Beyond Zero, Toyota's vision for a carbon-neutral future, in vehicles and manufacturing plants too, in the years ahead. The materials used to make just one long-range battery for an EV could be used to make batteries for 6 plug-in hybrids or 90 gas-electric hybrids. That's why Toyota's position today is electrified, diversified, empowering you to choose how to reduce your own carbon footprint with the vehicle that's right for you, a hybrid, plug-in hybrid, or battery EV. So shop, learn more, and get details at toyota.com/beyond0. Toyota. Let's go places.
And now it's time for the lightning round.
Not that. So today we are talking personally about how we add luxury to our lives without spending lavishly. So I love luxury. I'm a spender. I mean, I'm frugal, but I love quality things. Mm-hmm. I just love it. Mm-hmm. So my thing is travel rewards points. It allows me to stay in places and travel to places I was never able to as a kid, and do it for really inexpensively. So we are planning to go back to our favorite all-inclusive resort in Mexico and pay, very little to get over there, nothing to stay there. Obviously nothing while we're there because the resort's all-inclusive. I've been able to stay at the Park Hyatt, and I got to taste what Nespresso is. Oh gosh, Jill, Nespresso makers. Those are where it's at.
Oh.
Yes. And we're about to go to Maine, and we're going to be staying right downtown, right on the water for free. So these are just really rich experiences that I get to have, and I don't have to save or spend a lot of money to experience them.
I cannot highlight what you're saying enough. I don't want to repeat you, but similar for me. It's how I get to experience some really great things. I mean, even with the credit card that we have, we get to utilize some of the lounges in airports because of our rewards credit card. And so, yeah, that feels very luxurious. Also for me, okay, so the thing about luxury, since you asked, it's special, right? So not just, some of these things, yes, I'll do every day, but there's an element of not just constantly getting everything that you want. And that's part of the frugal mentality, is like living with intention, identifying your values and saving for that and investing in that. But then for me, luxury a lot of times is defined by simple pleasures and rituals that just feel really special and set apart for me. So I do have a lot of these things in my life. It's funny to talk through this episode because, yeah, this is really important to me. Just these special things that are simple. So some of those things include, when I can, not all the time, but sometimes I'll get some fresh flowers, either from the grocery store or the local farmer's market. Usually it's around when I have guests in town, and that's my little special excuse to get fresh flowers and have them in my house. I love putting some fresh squeezed lemon in my water in the afternoon. I really enjoy drinking our own pour over coffee. We are a little bit of coffee snobs, but that's just because our very best friends are coffee roasters and it's their fault. But drinking coffee on my porch in the morning and listening to the birds. Also, my grandmother taught me this one. Lipstick. She is 100% Polish, lived through the Depression. Her parents immigrated here to the United States. She's a very simple woman, but she always wore lipstick, always had lipstick in her purse. And I think she kind of taught me this little trick, just this little beauty hack that can make you feel, I don't know, luxurious and beautiful. So I love lipstick. I will often have all kinds of colors. Actually, just 2, because I'm minimalist too and I limit myself. Having hand lotion in my purse that smells good. And also for me, gift giving feels luxurious, something that is extra and it's special. And so having some of these hacks, like keeping gift wrapping in my car so that I can deliver gifts to people when the mood strikes. And these are the simple things for me that are a part of my everyday ritual and routine and just feel so special.
Yeah, we didn't talk about generosity, but that is truly can make you feel luxurious. You don't think about it, but when I'm giving not just an automated gift to a church or organization, but actually giving a gift card or giving a gift to someone, not on their birthday, not because it's expected, but just because they're in need or you want to, that's luxurious.
Yeah, it's extra. It's something special. It's above and beyond. It's luxury.
Yeah. So I love that you included that. And I love all of your little luxurious things. So we would love to hear what your little luxuries are in our Facebook group. So frugalfriendspodcast.com/group to join. And thank you so much for listening and leaving your kind reviews. We feel luxurious reading all of your reviews. So this one from Teaching Over the Rainbow 41. It's titled Chatting with Friends, just happens to be 5 stars. Quality information delivered in simple, digestible chunks. Perfect for anyone with a frugal mindset in finance, consumerism, and environmental sustainability. These ladies bring it full circle. Jen's finance background and Jill's mental health background make this the perfect blend of actionable steps you can take to bring frugality into your life. Jen and Jill are relatable in a way that feels like my friends are chatting on our carpool to work in our paid-off used car, drinking coffee we brought from home.
Oh, I'm literally fist pumping
and Jill's
right now
is bougie coffee.
It is, but it's still coffee I made at home.
Mine is instant coffee.
And it is a paid-off used car.
Exactly.
You know it.
Oh, yep. Sames.
What
Thank
a beautiful
you so
review.
much.
Yes. We also want to thank our friends who share these episodes on social media. So when you share the latest episode and tag us on Facebook or Instagram, we're adding you to our monthly drawing. Here's what the monthly drawing is. For every 5 tags and reviews we get each month, we give away a copy of the Frugal Friends workbook. 1 in 5 chances.
So keep leaving us reviews on iTunes or Stitcher, sending the screenshot to frugalfriendspodcast@gmail.com, and don't forget to tag us on social.
See you next week.
Bye.
Be fancy. Frugal fancy.
Frugal Friends is produced by Eric Sirianni.
I love being fancy. And I love how fancy the summit is going to be. OMG.
The summit makes me feel fancy. Just saying that word makes me feel fancy. Like we're having a summit. Like we're climbing to the top.
If you have a wallet that's short $500, then you're definitely going to want to attend this summit because one of our sponsors, Cube Money, is hosting a $500 cash giveaway.
I can't even believe the reality of this.
Yeah. And
$500. That's no small thing. I mean, I would do whatever just to try to win $10. I mean, not whatever. I do have standards and boundaries, but like I would do a lot of things just to win $10. I can't even imagine what people are going to do to try and win $500.
For sure.
I get excited when I see a penny on the ground.
Yeah.
So we're saying you might win $500 cash money, USD.
We are giving away books. We are giving away 3 memberships to our new exclusive member community, our accountability community.
So much.
And those are going to be some coveted spots.
So much fancy.
So we are giving away a lot of things in addition to amazing like experience and wisdom. It was an honor and a privilege to just chat with some of these people that we have coming on. So I'm so excited to share it.
Me too. Can't wait, Jen. Love to be on this luxurious journey with you.
Yes, you bring luxury to my life. FrugalLivingSummit.com. Bye.
See y'all.
Bring home Napoleon.
Destiny has brought me here.
The action epic from acclaimed director Ridley Scott.
What is your name?
Napoleon.
You are the greatest leader in the history of the world.
Witness the rise.
You are nothing without me.
Of the legend. Starring Academy Award winner Joaquin Phoenix and Vanessa Kirby.
I'm the first to admit when I make a mistake. I simply never do.
Napoleon. Buy or rent on digital now. Rated R.
Land.com can help you find that little patch of ground to call your own and do all the hunting, fishing, and hanging out with the family you want. Just know that getting your own piece of land is something that can generate memories for generations, but also has the ability to generate income in both the near and long term. Like if you just want to start a rental business / family compound. Go to Land.com and check out the hundreds of thousands of rural listings from all across America. Enough dreaming about it. Land.com is a place to find and invest in your open space.